What's up, amigos? Commander Jaime here today, and we're gonna do a giveaways. I'm not sure if you guys have known, but actually the past couple of weeks we hit 500 subscribers. So thank you again. I appreciate you guys. And so, in the form of a giveaway, I want to give out basically a playmat, and I do have two different designs. The first one is the Aquaforce commission one, and the other one is a Grand Blue commission that I've been using on the channel as well. So let me show you a little bit right now. This is the Aquaforce one, so it has like myself and the Commander version. Also, if you want me to autograph it, I can do that too. So just let me know if you want it autographed or directly shipped to you. Or if you're more of the Grand Blue aesthetic, then I have the Night Mist version of myself on here too. So if you want those, just let me know which one that you want. I can ship either one. I can have it directly shipped to you, or it will be shipped to me, and then I can actually get to actually sign it and then actually send it to you that way. It's not a trouble. Just let me know. I will provide a link with the actual giveaway contest, so that way you could actually enter, and then you can click the entries, visit YouTube channels, the blogs, access, and some of those like retweets. Like a good example would be like Solon Vanguard. He did one with Gleam. It's the same platform, so it's really easy to use. So that way you can get some entries, and obviously the more entries that you have, the more of a chance you win. Also, the giveaway is only gonna last for a week, so make sure you enter by the end of next Tuesday, so you can actually go right now and get it done. So that way you're entered and you're locked in, and then I'll contact the winner through email at that point, because it'll ask for your name and email. So expect that, and that's how the contest will work. Now to more of the exciting news about Thavas and Nightrose. With Thavas, like if you haven't seen the video yet, I actually talk about Thavas and Lambros, so what we thought was underwhelming at first, but we realized after play testing, especially with the Force of the Ocean amigos, we figured it out, and so that's one of the things that I talk about. So if you haven't checked it out, check it out. It's somewhere up here. The other thing that I want to do is actually sometime this weekend, I'm gonna actually play test Thavas and Lambros in Premium to see if there's something I can actually concoct. There's a lot of things that we can utilize from Premium Collection. There's the Ripple engine. There's other support, even Revan support, for example, that might synergize well. So I definitely want to test that out. So expect the next couple weeks an Aquaforce Premium deck profile. And on to Nightrose. And Nightrose is probably one of the hottest topics right now, because we're going to get it in English in the next like 2 weeks from now for English. One of the things that is already on the channel, if you haven't checked it out, are the premium deck profile and the standard deck profile of Nightrose Navigator. And so if you guys haven't checked that out, check that out. I actually have been doing a new, what's the word I'm looking for? A new style of actually presenting my deck profiles. So first I typically talk about like the deck concept, what are you trying to accomplish, big picture, then go over the ratios, and then after that show like a combo or key plays that are very helpful to use the deck, and then at the end some outro. It seems to be working thanks to YouTube actually implementing some of the new time steps that you could actually just kind of like slide your little time step cursor so you can skip ahead of the video and note what part of the video that you're interested in. I know some people just don't really have the attention span to really go through a whole video and would rather go through it quickly to see a deck list, and that's fine. So I made those a little easier for those people as well. Or maybe some people just want to get to a certain part of the video, like the combo base, and so I'll make that a little more easier. So hopefully that helps with every kind of viewer so everybody meets those needs. What's really cool and exciting is that last week on the blog Rogue of the Seven Seas, I published a Nightrose standard deck study article. So with that, it's actually now both on Access and on Rogue of the Seven Seas. You can click around here, and though the guide itself is really meant to help out players to build Nightrose, but also even counter if you really want to learn more about Nightrose. So I talk about like one of the winning image for the deck. I talk about the ratios. I talk about deck lists. I talk about metagame considerations, certain matchups, key things to keep in mind. That's very helpful for the Nightrose player. I break down 3 different builds of Nightrose too. For example, one's with Navigator, one's with Cocytus, and one that's just more pure Nightrose. And so I really talk about some of the pros, cons, weaknesses, considerations, metagames, preferences, because everybody's different and everybody wants to accomplish a different goal when they go into a tournament or maybe play casually with their friends. So I pretty much lay it all out there. Honestly, I got tremendous amount of feedback. It was just really amazing the amount of feedback that I got. Key things, people were saying it was easy to read, very helpful. It clarified a lot of confusion with some people. A lot of people didn't understand the concept of Navigator. They thought it was just, oh, you just mill faster. But there's a lot more to it, and I concisely talk about that too in the article, so it makes things a lot clearer. What's really cool, Differentified actually saw my article, he retweeted it and everything, and I got a lot of like views on that for that, and it skyrocketed the views on my blog too. So I appreciate you, Different Fight, for taking a look and also getting excited too. I'm excited to see you making a Nightrose deck profile in your video, so I'm excited for that. There's not enough Grand Blue love, right? And so I'm excited for that, and because of that, not only that it got a lot of views, it actually inspired it inspired people to revisit the deck. And I think a part of that contribution actually went to somebody that reached out to me. I think his name is MASCHA or MASCHA. He's actually a Japanese card fighter who emailed me. He's based in Dubai, and he actually asked me if he could actually translate the article that I wrote into Japanese. So the entire article was actually translated into Japanese, and he did it in like within a day. I was like, wow, he already did it. The only thing that I told him to, because he was really very polite. I appreciate that too. He was very polite. He said, is there anything that you want me to follow some guidelines? Is it okay if I do this? I'm like, absolutely, share the love, especially if there's some people that I can't necessarily reach out because of a language barrier. That'd be great, for real. And just let them know to refer to the blog, because there's other people on the blog itself, like Solon Vanguard, Evan, Ian, and then of course even like different mediums like Nexus at Night for podcast listeners that have Grand Blue content that have some value. Not only that, I have deck profiles and all that kind of stuff, so it gives people that reference to be able to see more content if they really want to. And so that's what he did. He translated the whole thing in Japanese, so as you can see over here, it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty humbling. It's really cool. And what we're starting to see this past weekend and these next couple of days, there's a lot more Nightrose Navigator decks popping out in the Japanese game. I'm not saying that it's the best deck, but it is a deck that if you like playing and want to compete with it in the locals or maybe a WGP, then that's something that you can actually take with confidence and actually enjoy the game at that point. So I definitely recommend that. What's really cool is this resurgence. We're not sure if it's directly influenced from Different Fights and MASCHA's like translation of the article or the retweet that got more eyes onto it, and then people saw it from that game. And then I'm pretty sure that we're gonna see some representation in the English, depending on how situations come up, because we're still in the middle of COVID and we're on different phases, so that that might impact things. But honestly, it's just really cool that it's got translated. So those who haven't checked it out, check it out. I'll put that in also the giveaway too, so you can check out the blog, get an entry. So even just by doing that, it increases your chances of winning the playmat at that point too. Another thing that I wanted to cover, and it's like G Station, can you say G? He's very famous, and he's been in the Vanguard community for years now. And he messaged me directly saying that congrats, you typically articles like on blogs don't get up to like 500, maybe 1,000, depends if you're very famous. So when I saw your post about that, like I just wanted to say, congrats, seriously keep doing that work. You're doing a really great job. Your articles are great. I'm like, damn, thanks. I appreciate you, brother. For real. And it's just when I was translated, and him and Different Fight were just like, dude, you're famous, you're global now. And it's just like, man, this is a very humbling experience. So I just wanted to make part of a video, part of just saying that, and I appreciate you guys. And again, I appreciate it for the views, subscribers. That's why I'm doing a giveaway, that I just wanted to show my thanks as well. And also just announce some of the new content coming up. And then not only with the Nightrose article was published, it's also on Axis Vanguard, like I said. Go to their website, and it's a platform where not only myself but other players from different clans build these articles in that format. So if you like that deck study guide format, there's honestly other clans on there, like Gears, for example. There's actually Wiseman, Himiko. There's also Blade Master. There's a lot more coming too. It's all in the works, but it's just I think right now it's like 8-10 of us on there too. So we're all going through life. We're all going through COVID. We're all going through school, but we're getting the extra free time to be able to publish articles to give you good quality content, because at the end of the day, that's what everybody wants. It's just quality content. And so we do our best to be able to present that, and not only that, not misguide people at that point too. So I appreciate you guys. Please check out Axis Vanguard. They're very great, and we're gonna be actually getting more more articles on the way too, so definitely be excited for that. Lastly, two things with Nightrose. I am actually working on Nightrose Premium, so there's more deck profiles that I'm going to make with Nightrose. I'm actually working one with a pure Nightrose deck that's using some of the G era support that we had, like Fatal Shade, Necrobone, and so many other cards from the G era. I got something that I'm very excited to show off, and I'm learning some new tricks that actually can be applied to, and I'll talk about the end of the video, that one, where you might be able to integrate some of those key aspects from G era support into the Navigator build if you want to, or just mix and match. And it's just really cool stuff that I want to show up. And again, I'm going to show off some combo and key plays that people could just like, wow, I didn't know you can do that. That's actually pretty cool at that point. And then the last thing, Genesis players that have seen my content, like with Regalia, Fenware Wiseman, Himiko Wiseman, honestly, the Genesis stuff is starting to be revealed. So once we get enough support, I'm gonna start messing with Genesis later on. Right now, I'm just focused with Aquaforce, and then finishing up Nightrose essentially. So just keep on the lookout in the next maybe few months or few weeks for Genesis too, for those people that care about that. I'm excited. Fenrir's coming out, and it's about time, and I hope they do him justice for real. So with that, amigos, thanks again. Again, get into the giveaway competition, throw those entries in, and good luck.